Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever your time schedule. Welcome to another new edition of the review of the mass adoption meeting of the previous day. Today is the 27th of January 2023, and I'm here with the name MOFFO Gators. You call me MOFFO Money, the chief member helper of the criminal community, to give you highlights of what took place in the mass adoption training of Wednesday, the 25th of January 2023. It was a great time to be with the admin of the criminal community, and it's always a great moment of sharing and a great moment to learn and a great moment to be trained on what the vision and the mission of the criminal community right now is all about. It's true, we have swapped to SBC, that is Simple Brilliant Community, but we still have that opportunity to talk about all what we have been doing, but everything is going to change as far as our website are concerned. So I hope you're doing well, you're fine wherever you are. Here in Douala, Cameroon, the heartbeat of Africa, everything is cool this morning. The weather is perfect. Okay, notwithstanding, the content of the mass adoption of Wednesday, 25th January 2023. Admin said he was to do a recap of where we are. He said it was not so that sound. He wanted not to talk for long. So he started by giving off a recap of what the criminal community is all about. He talked about the misunderstanding of the concept of abundance-based cryptocurrency, of which was that of TBC, and why we decided to come up with a new um, a form, which is that of the SBC community. Admin also said he saw the big picture, and it's that big picture that gave him the view to lead us along to this idea to unite people to create a currency which is going to stand for the majority of the world population. So he went further to tell us also about what is the work that is taking place in the Kringelback office. We definitely should have been uh, on a new website right now, but the programmers are doing their work, and it's rather unfortunate that he was unable to be showing you the new things that are going on. But a lot of work is being done in the back office, and once things work out, we will see them. It's just a couple of weeks through, but we are going to have all of them. And admin said we'll continue to keep up with all our promises as far as the match is concerned, and all the other uh, promotions that we have, or all the other advantages like the bounties, rewards, and many other. And he went further to thank everybody, right, starting from Chief Justice Mbe, Ambassador Carl, all leaders and newbies to the criminal community for sticking with us and doing what we are doing. He talked also about the staking program and reassured us what are the advantages and the benefit that the staking program is going to bring to all the members of the community. And he went further to show us the pitch of the staking, but which is not yet operational. We believe that sooner or later from now is going to go operational. Notwithstanding, he talked about the exchange, and he gave us reasons why the exchange is going to come up very soon, somewhere around February or March. We don't really know well, but we need a liquidity pool to make the exchange start running. And from there, he ends by saying we need 1 billion members and a strong mobility around 1 billion members to stand against the initial concept, of which was that to fight the microchip and have a larger voice to outshout the voice of those who stand for the microchip. So these were the different topics and the different areas in which the admin of TBC talked about in the mass adoption of 25th January 2023. Now we go to examine these different areas in full and see detailing where the recap was. So admin went further to tell us that, let me share my screen and we go to the Kringelback office to tell us that TBC was an idea that he created. And what prompted him to create TBC is a single reason. He was searching for ways to bring people together to protest against an idea which was that of the microchip. And he was certain that that idea of the microchip is going to enslave humanity. If you go to the former block here where we have education, and you click on the private society, no, it's on the former block, it's not here. The public block, you're going to go to the former area where we started the block in the past years. Right here, you type what the mission of the Kringle community, you are really going to see what he was trying to put through as what was his initial idea as far as the Kringle community is concerned. So, reading right from the keynote, you are going to understand that all the content of all what he was trying to talk about, TBC, were right here. If you can see these videos, TBC is a mission with a currency and not a currency with a mission and all the like. You are going to see all the recaps here. So I mean, went on to say this idea of uniting people and not turning people into slaves to shun against the issue of microchipping took place in his head, and he started uniting people. And in somewhere around the end of 2015, they were already united, and on 21st March 2016, this was launched. Why was it purposefully for him to do this? He explained. The world was going towards a direction that was wayward to the reality, meaning that he had an idea of that this issue of microchip. It's just that I didn't look for the video. Let me see whether we can have that microchip here on the search button. So this issue of microchip was really something that we needed to fight against that. And he was damn sure that, oh, let me go back. He was damn sure that if we create a front of a number of people that can stand up for this, it would have gone a long way to block the way for them not to carry this out. So you can read some of these articles and get a whole lot of this is it. This is the message that he had here, that we will unite a billion people from all around the world to use TBC as money within the year 2017 like a track wheel. And the purpose of uniting people was to do what? We wanted to make people to be aware of what is taking place. And this is where he said, be aware of people. Or this is not what I really wanted to talk about. So it was really something very interesting. And he gets to connect to make people not to be connected to this, which will lead to connect them to the microchip. And he further understood that 1% of the world's population world is owned by, or 99% of the populations or the world's wealth is owned by the 1%ers. And 99% of the world's population is suffering under poverty. And admin said we had a main video that expressed this. If you go to this article and archives, you're going to see it. So he said that this was launched and things were moving on smoothly. But later on, the behaviors of leaders or individuals and then members didn't allow the smooth growth of TBC to go on and flourish. Misunderstanding of the concept went along, and with this misunderstanding, discounting of the value of the coin became an issue, and the idea of abundance-based currency was started being selected by most of the members or most of the people that were trying to run this community by then. Admin said we had to do away with that, and I had no idea that the issue that the microchip was to look like was to be the COVID-19 issue. But not knowing that we had the opportunity to fight the people that were trying to change our idea of abundance-based currency, it gave us a lot of things to work on. It's true that the concept of the world is to divide and conquer and use the strategy of divide and conquering that has been adopted by the powers that be to put us aside and to share us apart while taking over us with all the nanotechnology that they have decided to put in place, which we saw with the C-19 issue. It became clear that humanity was not ready for an abundance-based currency, which is TBC, at that particular time. So, me being the person at the helm, I saw the big picture. And seeing the big picture of what was going on, I thought it wise. And we, with time, have decided to leave TBC because of the too many scars that could not lead us to have the 1 billion members as we earlier planned to do or to work with. And knowing that a lot of people around the world were being scammed, and if you go to do an internet search, you are going to see that the billion coin is no more having the reputation of which it had before, because a lot of people went along to do a lot of scamming issues around this name, the billion coin. So it was not more potent for this name, the billion coin, to move along. So it was time for us to decide. You can see people as creating security exchange commission, creating all sort of things to tell all sort of things that are not worried. So it was time for us to start the SBC. And talking about us starting the SBC community, it's time that it was timely that by January we were to be with the new coin. The programmers could not do everything on time for us to do the transition from TBC to SBC smoothly as we earlier agenda in our programming or our calendar. Our website even now will not more be Kringle Catch anymore, but the new one is not ready for me to show you now. I would have really loved to do it. It is going to probably be around February or before that I will show you, because the time that the programmers are putting will be a couple of weeks for us to have this or have things done. We are doing much as concerns security also because that has to add to the complexity also of our development, which is retarding what the SBC has to take the place of the TBC community or the criminal community as a whole. We are dealing with a lot of things as we are transitioning from one domain, that is the billion coin as a name or a domain, to a new one, which is SBC. We are going to get through this. I promise you. We have gone through situations more difficult than this in the past, and we have always come to arrive at the destination which is probable and good for us. regardless of the difficult and tough situations. We are going to have a great rocky year 2023, even if I'm not so happy with where we are now, or to even show you things that I thought I could have showed you right now. It's taking a few longer, but we will get over that as soon as possible. We will keep up with our promises by paying all the bounties, the guarantees, encouraging everyone to participate with the different promotions we are offering. There has been a lot of balancing in behind the scenes with me as far as making things to work out with the system is. Thanks to all the efforts of every member that has tried in their own way to help the community to grow. You have been putting in a lot. Thanks dearly go to Chief Justice May, presenter or Ambassador Carl, other able ambassadors, leaders, newbies, and everyone that is doing everything possible to see that we stand on a good footing with the SBC economy as we are pulling along. All that have taken a chance to help us in one way or the other. I will say we are the 55,000 strong now who are going to carry this along and make it to have better days for all of us. That is great that we have people still sticking to their programs and not falling off is because they believe on what we are doing. Sooner or later, you will be able to have a button that will permit you to be able to use the match reward to pay for your account or that of another person, or even take it out to an outside exchange where you can cash it into whatever currency you want and use it for whatever purpose you want. As you accumulate 8 greens, you will be able to have the button which will permit you to do that. From there, I'm going to flip back to talk about the staking program. The staking program has to make or to give us a hold on the price of KLOV. This will permit us to have an APR ranging from 10% monthly return to 285% compounded interest for 12 months. So the staking can permit us to have a whole lot because right now this is showing that we are at a very great, or we stand out in the crypto universe as being one of the most significant to have such astonishing and great rates as far as staking is concerned, to the best of his knowledge. That is what admin said. We are to roll back our exchange very soon, somewhere around February or March or somehow, where we have what is necessary. It depends on raising the necessary liquidity that will give us the way to faster things for the exchange to be on. So Ami went on to tell us concerning the staking, which we have been talking about for a couple of days now or since last week. Normally, this week we were to have the staking, but the staking page is already there. If you have to see the staking page, we are just waiting for it to go operational. It can go operational from now. We are just waiting for the IT to give us the way forward. Looking at the page, you can come here right at account.
Welcome to your
Go
dashboard
to
inside
your
of the Kringle
account.
Cashback office.
At your
I have so many
account,
exciting things to show you, I
you
hardly
can
know where to
have
begin.
the staking
Perhaps you can guide me in what interests you most by selecting
KLove Stake account. So right here at the KLove Stake account, this is where you are to carry out your staking. So you can just click on invest like that. It's not yet opening. I think the investment activity, like yesterday, was trying to open up. Our thing is still loading. So you can open up right now. We're waiting for it to go operational because right now it's not operational. So this is the staking environment, and this staking, the main purpose of this staking is to push the price of KLove and soak and keep KLove for a steady period, which would permit the price of KLove to pump. And admin said this would permit us to have liquidity. Secondly, this will permit us to have something which is hot to permit people to join and permit the community to grow, because seeing somewhere that you can keep your money without doing anything for it to have a 10% interest in 30 days and a loot sum of 285% APR in 12 months is really something very huge. So we can say that money that grows without you working anything is going to really be what this staking opportunity with KLove is all about. We have to grow our community to 1 billion people and to make everyone stick to our mission. So we need to persuade everyone to understand that happiness is the way to go about. A few of us will not do the deal. We need at least 1 billion people to start up front. So the small 55,000 of us that we are right now is not really going to be good for us. We need to outgrow our number to be more than this. And we believe that this taking opportunity will really give us the way forward to do that. So, and we went on to say, let me recap again. We as a community are into freedom, preservation of life, happiness, love, goodness, righteousness, as many as you can. We are united around all these, and we believe we can develop our own private economy in the global scale that will even be better than what we are living in now, which is created on the system that is built on scarcity, lack, and misery. But we think that while putting one versus the other, an abundance based model with a scarcity based model, the abundance based model will win. So, in comparison, we are winning to with regards to what is on the stake right now as far as our community is concerned. So, with 1 billion people, we are going to stand a very strong front against the structure that is right now based on scarcity and lack. And that would be the end for us to do with the microchip issue. So, guys, Anmi was trying to tell us that he has tried as much as possible, and as we all are trying to work things out, is beneficiary for all of us to keep pulling and keep taking things ahead. And from there, he gave the floor because he was not so in the mood to continue talking. So he gave the floor back to the presenter of the day, which was Ambassador Carl, to go on with the second part of the monologue, which has to do with question and answer session. And the question and answer session, most of the questions were directly answered, and there are things that have already unfolded. But the question that took our notice, which was very important, is the question on from Valerie Photo, the lion, who requested why shouldn't it be possible that the minimal value for staking should be at least $50 and have a limit of maybe 2,000 to 2,500 dollars. Admin said probably that would be thought of, but mathematically the minimum of $10 give room for everyone to have the opportunity to do the staking. And if we are to enlarge, we need also to enlarge the durability or the duration. So many people will come on board, and if they bring big chunks, and if you're to pay them after 30 days, it will not be possible. So we will accept, if possible, we will quote that if you are to uh, go in for an amount above $1,000, because we have now the limit is $10 and maximum $1,000. You have to go above the mark of $1,000. You will need to at least keep the money for minimal 6 months. So that was one of the interesting questions that admin answered, and that was very interesting. So, guys, those are the very clear information and the highlight. Admin didn't speak a lot last Wednesday, and these are the great highlights of what he discussed with the community. And we are still just folding our hands and getting set on our marks, just waiting for the staking program to go operational and waiting for our new website to take the new presentation that is going to take. And we are so glad. And we at MOFFO Money TV will profit also from this opportunity to rebrand. We are going to be rebranding our new YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel will still be there, but we're going to move, we're going to transition to a new branded one that will resemble the SBC community that is rebranding also. So look forward as we will be indicating on how you are going to get into our new channel. So, at the anchor has been MOFFO Money. It's a privilege for me to have been the one to bring you the review of the mass adoption of the 25th of January 2023. Let's stay tight, and once ever there is information as far as the staking is operational, we'll let you know. And let's be excited and keep banking every day. And equally, the staking is going to pull the price of the match into a very bigger amount, more than the $1 and $2 that we get daily. So, guys, let's stay positive. Let's alert everyone about what is going on. As updates show up, we are not going to restrain ourselves to bring them to you. Have a great day and see you in another edition. Bye bye.